Hello, and welcome to another BTFO. Today we're going to be talking about Project Hail Mary and Slanted. And so, starting with Project Hail Mary, it's good. I would recommend it. I. It's the kind of movie where, like, if it were on, sure, I'd watch it. Would I go out of my way to really see it? I don't know about that. Like, I don't know that I found all that much that really like gripped me. That I was like, oh man, I really like want to watch this again. But it's a good movie. I would recommend it. I find it really funny. Lord Miller once again proving that they're like really reliable. I guess we'll see about the next Spider-Verse movie. Maybe that'll be their first dud, but I find it really funny that it's like, yeah, I doubt they were really the problem with Solo. Like I don't know how much evidence we need, but like, you know, the Jump Street films, the Lego movie, Into the Spider-Verse, and Project Hail Mary. It's like, yeah, no, like they're really good. And like one thing that I really liked about this film was the balance of tone, where like especially in the opening of the film, like it feels kind of ballsy, where they're like, oh yeah, like here's a happy moment, boom, crushed it, like, like now, like this is super depressing, but hey, it's okay, like we're gonna lift you up a little bit. And that's like, oh, like it's really fun to have them like play with tone, and it plays with it in a way of where, like, unfortunately, I think a lot of things nowadays, they play with tone in a way that is insincere, and they don't want to let the audience feel any like real emotion. They're like, whoa, like you're here to have fun, like, don't think too hard about anything that's going on. Whereas I feel like Project Hail Mary plays with tone in the sense of, no, we want you to feel like all of these emotions. Like, we want to take you from like really high highs to really low lows, and be able to bounce back and forth between those. It works really well. Like, I felt tension when I was supposed to feel tension. I felt sad when I was supposed to feel sad. I felt happy when, like, you know, it works. Like, that's kind of the best thing that I can say about Project Hail Mary, is that, like, yeah, it all works. Like, it does what it's supposed to do, and it does it pretty well. I don't know about like the science of it. There are quite a few things where they just sort of say stuff, and it's like, okay, if that's how the movie says that works, sure. I don't know about that. Maybe it is super scientifically sound, but like, I don't know that the film does a great job of really explaining a lot. That, and one thing that I'm sure there might be an explanation in the book, but I wasn't big on, because like we spend a big portion of time with why do I forget his name? Ryan Gosling, learning how to communicate with Rocky, or better yet, learning how to understand Rocky, because Rocky understands Ryan Gosling like pretty effortlessly, which I wish they kind of explained that more, because it's like, yeah, he's an alien, and like, yeah, they seem to be a pretty advanced alien species, but why would they be able to understand our language? Um, like that just seemed a little odd to me. It never really broke the movie. But yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things that, like, little tweaks. I wish they would have included something about that. Uh, but so yeah, I would recommend Project Hail Mary. I think it's a good movie. Plenty of reasons to see it. Plenty of reasons to like it. Moving on to Slanted, um, which is a new horror movie. I put that in quotes because it is largely a teen drama slash satire. Uh, but I would recommend Slanted. I liked it quite a bit. Um, it's all about this, like, little Chinese girl that wants to be prom queen, and so she ends up getting surgery to become white to be prom queen. And like, I don't know, there's a lot of stuff in the film where because a lot of it does feel very kind of Get Out, except it's all dialed up to 11 here, which I think works, whereas Get Out, like, often doesn't with its commentary, because it's trying to be like, hey, this is serious. You need to take this seriously. Whereas this film, like, dials it all up to 11. Like, you know, we open with the girl, like, first coming to America, and there's, like, freedom fries and like Independence Insurance or whatever, Liberty Pizza, and like, I think it's the Freedom Burger from Stripes Jr., and it's got, like, two blonde women in American flag bikinis, like a bald eagle, like, spread out behind the burger. And it's like, yeah, I really enjoy that. I enjoy where it's like, okay, I get it. Like, I get what the film is going for, and it's like, yeah, no, like, we're not really trying to be subtle whatsoever. We're going over the top. And I really like that. And I really like, because, like, it is a dark sense of humor, but it's also one that, like, you know, feels like they can be a bit edgier, where, like, I really like when she walks into, it's the Ethnos Corp, are the people that are turning minorities white, and the main doctor explains that, like, he was, I think it's black, might have been Indian, but he was, like, a scientist, and he was pretty, like, high up there, but he knew that the only way to get even higher would be to become white. And so he, like, made himself white, and then started this procedure for other people. And like, while our main character, while she's, like, in the waiting room, there are testimonials, and there's this one lady that's like, oh yeah, like, after the procedure, everything was great. Like, my coworkers treated me differently, everyone treated me differently, even the animals treated me differently. And it's like, okay, yeah, like, this is really fun. I enjoy how over the top we're being with it. And, like, I will say the middle portion of the film kind of drags a bit, because after she turns white, there's, like, an initial bit of, like, jokes and commentary about that, and then there's, like, a good probably 10-15 minutes that is kind of all just standard teen drama, and it's like, no, I really liked what you were doing before. Can we go back to that? Eventually you get back to that, but it's just, it takes a bit, and it's like, man, like there could have been so much more like jokes and stuff in here. Uh, but when they get back to it, it's pretty funny because, like she ends up finding out that like, one of the people she idolizes was was Cuban before she was white, and that like she got the procedure done, and because throughout the film she's like had her face is like slowly slanting or like falling apart, um, and basically the lady that she looks up to and the dad of the lady that she looks up to, they take her into their home. That's really funny because it's all white, like all the furniture is white, the pictures are white, like the floors, the ceilings, the lights, everything is white. And like they serve her white rice with white chicken, uh, and uh, like they explain that they believe in true equality, and that in order to be equal, you have to get rid of the things that don't make you equal. And she like asks about their mom, and it's really funny because they end up like they explain that like, nah, she just went like back home to Cuba or whatever. Um, but like they start off by being like, well, yeah, like the people that think differently than us, like, we have to put them somewhere else. Like we have to take all of the people that don't believe in true equality, we have to put them in a place where they can all like be together. um, um, and like that's kind of funny. But then the film basically ends with a heart to heart that I actually think is really cool and shows a bit of restraint on the filmmaker's part. Because I mean, I can imagine it's 2026. Like, I can pretty well imagine what the filmmaker's like POV on assimilation is. It's not that hard with how many white people jokes they've made. Like, yeah, I get it. Like, but they do have the foresight to basically see, oh, but we can explore different perspectives than my own. And so you have the Chinese mother. She is very much not going to integrate. She is deeply rooted in her Chinese past and culture, and like refuses to assimilate. Whereas the dad, he explains that like he was very much pro assimilation when he came over, and that eventually he kind of figured out that like, well, that's not me. I'm giving up everything that's making me me. And so he had to find his own version of an American. Like he had to become his own American. And then obviously the daughter, being white now, like is representative of someone who is fully assimilated. And it's actually kind of neat because like the mother does give her grace for like, no, look, like, me and your father, we were both in our 30s when we came over, but like you were a child. This is for the last 10 years, like this has been your society. Like you've grown up here. Like you don't really remember a whole lot of China. And so it's not really fair for us to put that on you. It's kind of a neat, like, oh, okay, yeah, like you had a viewpoint and you thought about, well, like, can we explore other viewpoints? And like did that. And it's like, oh, that's really neat. Like I really appreciate that. And I wish, like, I don't know that they'd ever make a sequel to this, but if they did, it would be so great, because one plot point in this is that the Ethnos Corp can only turn people white. That they can't change it back, and um, like they can't turn white people into minorities, which is one thing that it's like, nah, if you make a sequel, you have to change that, because it would be really funny to see, white people going around as like, oh, I'm black now, oh, I'm Asian, like, because it's like, it would be so funny if you had like a testimonial from an Asian guy that's like, oh yeah, like, I, I did this, and they automatically put me in an AP math class. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, people just trust me with money now. Like, like, I don't know. There are a lot of funny jokes that you can make. And I don't know, it feels like it strikes the right tone throughout this film of like, yeah, it's taking a lot of jokes at like white people in particular, but a little bit of everyone's expense. But it feels very much in a sense of like, yeah, it's okay. Like, it doesn't feel like it's coming from a place of hate. It feels like genuinely like, no, this is funny though. Like, it's like, I agree, it is funny. Like, please do more. But so yeah, so I would recommend Slanted, and I would recommend Project Hail Mary. Um, Thank you for watching, and bye bye.